Okay, you guys, I just did this reading for myself, and you guys don't know, um, but I did that. Like, I did that. How? I don't know. I do know because I'm in the middle of editing right now, and I'm interrupting this clip because one, I had a booger in my nose and I didn't realize, and two, I didn't really explain what I was like freaking out about. So I had this crazy dream. It wasn't that crazy, but it was like one of those dreams where it was like there's a lot of meaning and symbolism going on here, and it was a good dream. Like everything was like there's some good news in this. So I feel like I know what it means, but I'm not too sure what it means. I don't want to jump to conclusions and be optimistic and be like, I'm gonna win $1 million. But, you know, fingers crossed. Anyways, I did a tarot reading to see what the dream could mean. And it didn't really, like, it kind of did tell me, but not really. It was just more so telling me, like, currently how life and everything has been for me energetically wise. And from that, I think that's how I came to that dream that I had. So it kind of interpreted it, but it kind of didn't. But overall, it was just like telling me what's going on in my life or the direction that I'm heading in, I guess. So yeah, and I pulled out 3 decks and everything, and it was spot on. And I was like, period. Yeah, I can read or whatever. Maybe this will turn out okay. I don't know. I'm feeling a lot better, mood-wise. Mentally, I am feeling better because I'm just like, hey man, nothing to take serious, you know? Like, just, like, whenever, sometimes, okay, let me just backtrack. I think I have ADHD. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like with my past videos, it's pretty obvious. Like the way I talk and like just cutting into like I have a sentence and then it just cuts and then it's like jump, you know? And then just how I'm just like mentally like take a piece of this. Like I feel like whenever I tell stories, I feel like I'm not a great storyteller because it's just all over the place and there's so much detail, but it's like some details like you don't need to say that, or I'm just rambling on at that point. So I feel like I'm a terrible storyteller. Those are my little pieces of maybe she has ADHD or something. And I think it's coming around to the point where I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out my life, like always. And, oh my God, my face is drying. Figure out my life like always. And I have come to this point where I'm just like, where I'm like, maybe it's me. Like, maybe I am hindering myself and just, I don't know what it is. But I also think it's like society. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to like make the best with the cards that I'm dealt with right now. Because it's hard because like being on the internet, you just like can't help but compare and see all these other people thriving and people who are like your same age and they're just like out there doing it, and I'm just over here like just trying to figure out like what am I gonna do today. I am not a to-do list person. Like it's just all in my head, and I feel like I have the memory of an elephant and a goldfish because I have good memory in weird things, but then I forget things quickly in the spur of the moment. So hopefully I don't get distracted by today. I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything, but some way, somehow, I take up time and then it just goes, and then I'm just like, well, it's nighttime and it's time to turn in and it's time to start again the next day. And it's just like, oh my God, like I know rest is important. And I feel like for a long time, I've been like, even though I have been resting physically, I mentally am like, there's so much to do. There's so much out there. I'm missing all these opportunities. And then my body is just like, I don't know. It just feels like debilitating, if that is the word to put in this. Because every day for a long time, I've never felt this way or acknowledged it. Maybe I felt this way when I was a kid, but actually I don't think I felt this way when I was a kid. But these past couple of days, I've been so like aware that it is like amazing to be alive right now. And I'm just trying to find out how to like, I don't know, like start my story. You know, like I feel like I've been like, every day is just a blank page, autopilot, just blank page. And now I'm like, oh my God, this is like a new chapter, or even maybe even a new book. And it just feels like, I don't know, like it's a very visceral feeling, and it's not to the point where I'm like excited, but there's still like a lot of scariness to it because I've never felt like actually this way. So I'm kind of like, oh my God, yes, it is true. I am alive right now. And then I will have a life. I am living a life, but like an actual life. Like, because right now I don't feel like I really have a life, because I don't. But I'm also like, I have all this stuff and there's so many possibilities and there's so much that I can do. And I just gotta take that one step, and then it'll jump from here, jump from there, and it will snowball. And then at the end, I will actually die. And that's how I feel when I wake up. I'm just like, and then I'm like, ah, and then I will actually die. And I'm not scared of death because it's going to happen. And in the end, so yeah, but like, I'm just so like, oh my God, it's just, I don't know. It's a very weird feeling. I feel like I'm just saying nonsense right now, but yeah. Anyways, does anyone else feel that way? Am I the only one? Because, I don't know. I mean, it's not like anyone watches these anyway, so it's okay. Also, this weekend is Lunar New Year, so maybe just some snippets of that. And I'm also supposed to get my period on Lunar New Year, and I don't know if that's like a ooh, because I'm so like, you know, connected with the moon, or if that's a bad thing. But I'm gonna take it as it's because I'm connected with the moon. She really full support me on it. Can't multitask. Okay, so I know I'm supposed to strain this pasta, but their elbow, so I decided not to because earlier I tasted the elbow and then I was like, oh, it probably has like salty water in it, and it did. So I was like, you know what? Kill two birds with one stone. And the pasta water is already in the elbow. Therefore, I don't need to keep a little bit of pasta water on the side. And I'm using this spoon to drain because it has a hole. Okay, so we are attempting to make a makeshift macaroni and cheese because we have random bags of cheese in the refrigerator. And this morning I was craving something. So I'm gonna make some macaroni and cheese. This is my first time making macaroni and cheese from scratch. So, pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. I don't know if I'll make it out. Butter. Oops, I didn't even turn on the fire. Look at that. Not me not turning off the fire. Or turning on the fire. Here we go, making a roux. Never made it before, but hopefully it turns out good. I don't know how much that is. And crap, I forgot I need milk. Okay, that might be a little bit too much flour, but let's pray. Every time I cook, I'm always like, rush, rush, rush. And it's like, why are you doing that? A bit toasted. Okay, the only milk we have is, oh, I turned on the heat, I forgot about that. The only milk we have is lactate because we think our baby niece is lactose intolerant. So, should I add more? I should have read that recipe thoroughly, but I didn't. I was like, just give me the basics. This is what it's looking like right now. It's a little lumpy. I'm trying to squish it. Like, the sauce is already like getting thick. So I'm turning off the heat because it's scaring me. But it's butter and flour, so like, you know. I think this is the part where I season. So I'm gonna do a little bit of salt. A lot of pepper because cheese and pepper go really good together. Yeah. I'm gonna put some of this garlic and herb because I want garlic, but I don't want too much intense. Ooh, I think I put too much. Too much intense. Why do I have this knife here? Put the knife down. And my sister makes the best mac and cheese, and she puts Old Bay in it, so I'm gonna put Old Bay in it too. But she uses like different cheese, so honestly this could taste, maybe this was a mistake. I'm scared. This milk is open. Now I add in cheese. I love cheese and I'll eat it. You know, I'll tolerate it if it doesn't taste good because I love dairy and cheese. Putting away the flour. But I'm also like, oh gosh, really nervous because what the heck. Okay, so we have sharp cheddar. Hopefully that will taste okay, but I'm just gonna, this is my sister's cheese, so I'm only gonna use a little bit. Oh, I almost cut my nail off. We have regular cheddar cheese, and it is shredded, but it's kosher. And kosher food, kosher stuff just tastes good regardless. And we have Parmesan. This Parmesan that's like already shredded smells really pungent. One is shredded Parmesan cheese and one is shaved, but this one is not as strong smelling. In fact, it's kind of like savory smelling. So, ooh, I don't know what's up with that, but this is like good cheese, so I'm gonna use it sparingly because we are cheese people and we care about our cheeses. Dun, 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 dun. That's all the cheese, and now it's sticking together. Plop in there. Okay, hold on. Okay, I was about to say for a second.
The sauce is looking really dry. Luckily I didn't put the pot in the sink yet. Therefore, I don't need to keep a little bit of pasta water on the side. Isn't this where you usually cut off the heat anyway? But it's looking like something. I don't know what though. Okay. I'm good at eyeballing, but I'm not good at eyeballing. If there's a lot of pasta, then there is sauce. What do I do? Should I turn on the fire? It looks like pasta salad. Guys, I don't know what to do. I don't want to show you this, but now it's just embarrassing and sad. I don't like the cheese is melting, so that's good, but this is one of those macaronis and cheese where it looks really light and not like drenched in cream and cheese. Pasta water's helping though. Therefore, I don't need to keep a little bit of pasta water on the side. But the pasta water is emulsifying everything, or melting everything together. And that's why water is important, kids. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's coming together. Okay, wait, you guys have to see this. It's coming together. We got a little cheese string thing action. Okay, the heat is starting to cook off the sauce, but now it's time to taste. It smells like a food market where they have like food stalls everywhere. Okay, I just want to taste like this. Oh my god. I miss the holiday dinners. I don't know if there's a lot of pasta water in the elbow noodles. It is. At first I was like, wow, perfectly seasoned. But then when I bit into the elbow, there was a little pop of extra saltiness. And I don't know if it's the cheese or if it's the water. But I think it's the water or it's the pasta itself, because I did put a lot of salt in that water. But I'm not mad. I love salt. It's not like, ooh, that's too salty. It's like, okay. I could put some more pepper though. I'm so happy. Tiny bit more pepper. I like pepper only in cheese. I feel like pepper anywhere else, it just neutralizes the flavor. Like when you put salt, it tastes salty. When you put pepper, then it neutralizes it again. And I'm just like, what? What was the point? Oh my god. Oh, and beepin'. Now, I don't know anything about baked mac and cheese, and I would bake this if I could, if I knew, but I'm not going to attempt that because that's scary. And I don't have anything to put it in. Or anything to put on top, really, besides more cheese, but I don't think I need more cheese. Whatever I said about not being good at eyeballing, I am good at eyeballing. And that's how you know you're a good cook, when you could just eyeball it, when you could just feel that it just needs that. Because it tastes so good. Follow my recipe. We're doing a mukbang. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I always like sitting by this window while talking, or just sitting by the window and just looking outside in silence, because I just like looking outside. And
I just like staring at the sky. Just staring out of the window, just looking at the sky, looking at the trees, looking at the birds is just so like, it's just so, even if I have a lot of things that I'm thinking of while I'm looking at the sky, just zoning out, and I'm like just thinking low key, it's still peaceful. Yeah. So whenever I see a cardinal, I feel like it's a little treat to see. And I always see like one cardinal. Oh my gosh, maybe you can see it better from here. There we go. She's right there. So beautiful. I talk so much. Or two to like adjust myself to where this direction is going so I could like proceed accordingly. And I don't know if that's like trauma or if that's just a thing that just happens and other people feel the same way. But I just think it's very interesting. What was I saying? And they're basically just like, you know, things that I was expecting. What I wasn't expecting from myself was that just already from the intake, I cried. I cried a little bit. I was like, bloop, 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 and just like, you know, some nose running. Yeah. And I wasn't expecting that. And I think it was from two things, but I don't know. Like, I can like clearly see like a clear hole in this tree branch. Like, out of all the tree branches that are intertwining, there is a clear hole that is just nothing is blocking it, and it's so tiny. It's like this, and there's like all these like tree branches and blah 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 blah, but then you still have like that hole, which is like, okay, nature showing off. But yeah, and I thought, but then what? You know? I guess that's a question for my future therapist to answer. And I thought that was so like interesting that happened. And I'm already used to crying. Like, I am such a crybaby. So I wasn't like, ugh. They didn't have tissues. And I was kind of just like, but it was her intake office. So I guess, you know, you don't really expect people to like start crying or expect people to be open. Like, I wasn't really expecting anything. I didn't know what she was going to ask and all that. And I knew that I need to go to therapy, but I was just like, if I was to talk to, God, these noodles are hot. So, yeah. That's very interesting. See, and this is why I talk so much. And this is why I talk so much to this camera alone to myself. Because even if... What am I even trying to say? I talk so much because this is literally... I'm telling you everything that I'm thinking. Everything that is in my brain, I'm trying to find a way to execute it out of my mouth. I'm surprised I don't have a head full of gray hair at this point from all of the stress that I induce on myself. And it's really crazy. Oh, I forgot to film. Well, it's not like I ever really film an ending to these videos, but I feel like it kind of ends awkwardly. So I'm just gonna come on here and talk again and say that Happy New Year, Happy Lunar New Year. Didn't go to see the fireworks or the dragons dancing, but just spent time with family. And yeah, that is all. I think I'm gonna continue to like keep vlogging or whatever, recording throughout the week, and just bring you guys on my everyday journey, just documenting every day. And I think I'm gonna just come out with videos every Monday. Keep it something to creatively stay consistent. So I'm killing a bunch of birds with a stone. I don't want to be killing birds, but I love birds. Bye!